When Kundalini moves through your system, and when it actually, the purifying rising fire of the phoenix, the rising serpents, move through your cerebral spinal system and awaken, nourish, and bring the bells of the 7 primary churches of God and reawaken all the nerves and the ganglion positions. And there's so many very hyper advanced aspects to Kundalini within the physiology, relating to the coccyx, the coccygeal church, the cauda equina, various parts of the spine. When the Kundalini energy moves through through the cerebral spinal system, ladies and gentlemen, it awakens the consciousness in ways that would blow your mind as it rises up and rings a bell of each church, which is just a metaphor that I use to explain the awakening of that particular chakra, the awakening of the church, the ringing of the bells. Because when the Kundalini fire moves through a chakra, ladies and gentlemen, it stimulates and awakens the chakra by reinvigorating it with life force to the point where it actually starts to vibrate and produce a harmonic resonance. These are the true church bells ringing, the harmonic resonance, the vibratory resonance, the frequency of all of these chakras. And when all 7 of the primary chakras, the 7 churches of God, are illuminated and reawakened, you now have a conglomeration of all of these frequencies that produce an effect, it produces a tremendous effect on, it's what awakens your aura, ladies and gentlemen, these frequencies. These frequencies, when they start to ring, when the bells do ring, it's what contacts the angelic aethers as well. And that's why many people who experience true, authentic Kundalini experiences, they are accompanied, once the energy gets into the head, and they can see through, their first eye, so to speak, if you want to call it that, when their consciousness is united, when the Kundalini bridges all the schisms in an individual's mind, consciousness, heart, soul, body, etc., you are allowed to see the truth. You can see now past the blinders of the electromagnetic spectrum, and many people are visited by angels. It's because this process, Kundalini, is the process of God moving through your system, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. So anyone who wants to try to get on my channel and tell me that Kundalini is evil or that it's a false spirit, clearly you've never experienced it. And clearly you shouldn't act like a spokesperson for this energy and spread misinformation, because it makes you look like a fool to the people who have actually been blessed and touched by this energy, which is nothing more than the energy, the evolutionary energy of life itself. It's God energy, folks. It exists within our system. It can be woken up. The system has erected a system, however, where it seeks to keep this energy from rising, because by doing that, by keeping you in a conditioned state of mind, by keeping your chakras pretty much dead, so to speak, by keeping hardly any life force in your system, by keeping you in a state of pretty much spiritual narcolepsy, or it's like you're pretty much 90% asleep, they can use you as a slave. They can feed off of your energy. They can use you to, they can put you into positions where, I don't even want to get into that. I've talked about how the Archon feeds on our energetic field in recent videos. I don't want to get into that in this video. But the Earth has become an energy farm, and that's why we are kept in these conditioned states of consciousness where we're constantly stressed or worrying, or, if you looked at the average individual's electromagnetic field, you would see that there's a lot of leakages. The energy is spilling out. The electromagnetic field, or the aura of the average human, is severely weakened, broken. It's like a spaceship that's barely holding on. And there's particular energies that feed on the leakages of our energy. Human energy is a fuel source. You just don't know that because, again, you live in that tiny little spectrum of the whole electromagnetic spectrum. If you could see past your blinders and really wake up, you would realize that there are entities and energies around us all the time that are both malevolent and benevolent. If your blinders were removed and you could see further into the electromagnetic spectrum, you would realize that there are all sorts of geometric shields and different forms of light around your hands, around your body. There's a literal, like a cocoon around you that has multiple layers of energy, subtle energy, that connects you to what I call the God grid, connects you to life itself. Our electromagnetic field, or these layers of energy, are our aura, ladies and gentlemen. It's a conglomeration of energy that holds our protoplasm together. It holds all of our atoms and our cells together. It's like the scaffolding, or it's like the substructure or the main structure of your home, the walls, the framing. It keeps everything inside. It's your true shelter. And Kundalini moves through your system, awakens the chakras. These chakras begin to resonate at specific frequencies. They start spinning, and it reawakens, enlivens these layers of our electromagnetic field, and it allows us to actually see them. You see, right now, the average person worldwide will go their entire life never being able to see or glimpse these very beautiful parts of their human body. And these subtle energy fields are a part of our human body, just like our fingers are, our thumbs, our tongue, you name it. And just because something isn't real doesn't mean that you can't see it. Or excuse me, that made no sense. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not real. I mean, can you see my breath right now as I'm breathing? Doesn't mean it's not real. There are a handful of things that cannot be seen that are very, very real. And just because you can't see it now doesn't mean that you can't actually see it, because there are certain states of consciousness that you can reach that allow you to go past your blinders, and you can actually take in more information from the electromagnetic spectrum through your photoreceptors, through your senses, you name it. I wanted to personally thank you for watching my videos and contributing to the growth of my channel. I could not do this without you, and your interest in my content is truly what motivates me and fuels my passion for making these videos and spreading my message. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wanted to remind you that this channel is a free educational tool that is listener supported. And if you would like to donate to my channel and donate to my cause, help make my life a little bit easier and help keep the lights on around here, you can do so by checking out the links in the description box below. There's a handful of not only ways to donate to my channel, but I also have links to different websites and different videos of mine, as well as my Amazon store, where you can check out a plethora of different health-related products that I use and recommend. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your continued interest in my message, and until next time, peace be with you all.